should be ongoing right now. We're doing it live, baby. Oh, got huge juice. All right, sure, sure. What is it? Now I can now pay attention now. I'll snooze the ads for it. Okay. Hey. This keyboard has been with me 6 years? 5? Oh, no, wait, this was my wife's keyboard. See, this is a hand me down from my wife, and it has been with me for like 4 years. Look, it works. Okay, the keyboard works. It clicks. It clacks. See? Okay, maybe not too close. Maybe not too close. Maybe too close. You walk yesterday, took 3 steps, so huge, but let's go! Ow, my God! It's already falling apart. I almost doxed myself. Yay! Okay. Hold on. This is... I can't clap. Okay, I'm gonna do some golf claps. Yay! Congrats, man. Congrats. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. Yep, and that's what's important. That it happened. Heck yeah. So... Hold on, let me just... Am I streaming now? I'm streaming now on YouTube. Yes. Hold on. Ah. Fine. Okay, so what's the point of this? What's the point of this? Let me just move this away. What am I doing? The handcam stream. Handcam, the cam of hams. Okay, so what I plan to do. Also, I need to double check with the wife. Is the YouTube like muted?
I'm watching on Twitch.
Let's double check. Is because if you notice on the Twitch, my category right now is crafts and making. I think this is called crafts and crafting. StarCraft. No sound?
Walang music.
Okay. That is because what we're going to be doing here is this. Anyone know what this is? I can't. This is my phone. Okay, so short story. I can't get the HD camera to work, so I had to jury rig a setup. This is the reason why I'm PNG mode, and that is I have to use my phone, which is this thing, my phone, as a camera right now, which means if I do these things, I will not be in VTuber form. I will be in bouncing PNG form. But here we go. Here I am. This is a... God, I can't think. Whatever. This is a crochet hook. And what we're doing is... we're crocheting. So... so... I've started doing this around like last month as like just wanting to do something crafty. Oh, I need to set up to figure this out so that it's in the middle of my hands. But I don't want it to see more of my cursed table. So I started doing it. I've been doing it for like a month, and it's pretty fun. And I figured I always wanted to do like streams that aren't just video games. As fun as where the hell is the okay, sorry. You'll see the first ever like trash talking knitter in this trash talking knit guy crocheter. Oh, by the way, I have to call it crochet because it's not knitting. Because some people might be like, it's actually a crochet. In any case, I'll be doing some crochet here, and if you listen, so I'm just gonna be chill. I'm not gonna be like super locked in. Also, I said knitter, which is I said really fast, and I know like it could be really taken out of context if you heard that incorrectly. So It is what it is. I just have to live with it. If my the channel goes down from that, then hell yeah. In any case, I'm gonna be stopping the music for now. And what I plan to do is like just create this like session where I knit and we can talk a bit and also listen to something like a podcast. A podcast that I'm pretty sure is gonna be DMCA'd. That's why on YouTube you will not hear this, and in Twitch I'll probably the VOD is gonna be muted to hell. But it is one of my favorite podcasts. So if you want to like listen along and just uh, chill out here with me for a few hours, that'll be awesome. So yeah, been doing this for like what? Oh yeah, yes, this is a hand stream. Oh my god, how do I do this? So the so my problem right now. I don't know if this is good. 14-hour stream? Whoa, that's a bit too much, even for a guy like me. Wait, where was I? No, it's the episode 14. Don't worry, it's not a 14-hour stream. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know what's Oh, thanks. I have been told before that I have like a nice hands. I don't understand why, but I appreciate it. You know what's hard right now? So right now, between my hand and my face is a jury rig stand where the phone camera is. And I don't know if the podcasting is gonna work, but it's nice. We'll see. If did you clip my nails? No, I just clip my nails like often. It's like a bad habit of mine. So between that, it's like also on my microphone. So I need to be able to like. But I didn't. What I need to know is how I can do this comfortably. Okay. Well, that's true though. It is a pretty good habit. Maybe it is a not bad habit. Where was I? Okay, doing this double crochet. Hello, Jude. Welcome to the stream. I am just crocheting here. This is it. By the way, this is the entire stream. We're gonna see if like I'm seeing if like listening to podcast while doing this is nice. Cause I saw someone do this before, and although now that you think about it, isn't this just like the audio version of a React stream? And if it is, then maybe I don't like it at all. This could be a setup stream myself all my stuff. Sure, I can set up some stuff later. Like fungi figurines. Hold on, let me show them in a bit. I just need to get through some of these knots. Just like making this initial row is like the hardest thing. Because it's hard to get in the rhythm. Right? And I really don't like to be like a React guy. So maybe I'll just ditch it. Because my idea was like to create this, the vibe of like listening to podcasts while doing stuff. That was like my goal. But now that I think about it, maybe this is the equivalent of React streams. Well, this is not gonna be on YouTube anyway, so I'm just gonna play whatever music I want. If that's the case, then. By the way, you should listen to this podcast, Fall of Civilizations. It's really great. It's one of my favorite ones. It's really long as well, so it's perfect for trips, travels, or chilling. So let's just listen to one of my favorite albums. Having the camera to the side is better. I've thought about it, but right now, the situation of our home is in such a way that I kinda don't want to show that angle of the house yet. So I'm just gonna so I have to like suffer with this. I think I can do it if my God, my face. Hold on, I'll just see if I can. There we go. Maybe I can do it like this. Man, how do they do it, man? How do they do this? Like the hand cam streams. This this black cable is my mouse. So this is my vertical mouse. I have been for a few years. I have been a big fan of vertical mice because my wrist hurt by overusing like the normal mouse. So I've been using this vertical mouse, and then it has these two side keys, side buttons. So like when I used to play MMOs a lot, I have like the two buttons, the middle button, and then like these two. And these two, I don't remember what this is. This
It's in Japan.
oh, apparently this was from
Your
Japan.
sister.
Huh?
It's from your sister.
For?
From your sister.
Oh yeah. Okay. This is like my gift from my sister. Ooh, Death Hatter. It's one of those like really nice mice. I'm not really good with like PC tech. And this is Puggerton. It's a pug that's squishy, so I can like. Oh no, he's squished. Wait on. Let me just. There you go. And then these are like my controllers that are on a dock right now. There we go. Okay, I think I'm getting a little bit more comfortable with it. Oh yeah, like I don't know what it's probably some form of sand that makes it malleable. The doggo. It's just one of those like. It's also pretty heavy. Like there's like, oh my God, there's like heft to it. Yeah, big hands, so no mice really fit my hand. Ah, yeah. I have small Asian size hands, I guess. so, so I guess that I got that for an advantage. Holding it with the thumb and ring finger. Oh, really? Dang. I mean, you said it, so like those are pretty big hands. Oh my God, I can't like put it. Okay, screw this. Come on. Come on. It's so hard to do it. It's so funny and challenging to do this. Your palm doesn't touch the mouse. Dang, that's actually pretty cool. But also pretty difficult sounding. Okay, come on. Hold on, I'm having a problem already. Usually I don't have a problem with uh this part. There we go. You think your kids are good at this? Crocheting? Oh, that would be sick. Like, I'm making a Cheeto. You know, that's a good idea. I should make a Cheeto pillow or like a plushy Cheeto. I think that will sell. That would sell very well. Oh, they're very handcrafty. Awesome. I always like, and I didn't always want to be handcrafty. Like, I think I told like my wife that I think I reached that era of being I that period of life as like as a human male where you want to make something. I don't know, there's just like the masculine urge to create a thing with your bare hands. And I don't know carpentry or woodworking or metalworking or any of those. So, and they're hard to bring inside the house. Our very small place. So I figured, okay, I'll just learn how to crochet. The it's not, I don't know. It's not clear. How I'm wondering if it's just like my phone is crap. Hold on, let me just like. Nah. Okay, my phone's just crap. Oh wait, what is this? Okay. After like this second row, I should be good at this. No, don't worry. I allowed it. It's just funny that even the word finger was not allowed. Yeah, not allowed to be saucy in our Christian Twitch stream. It probably does look funny from your perspective to see the fingers coming at you. I just need to finish this second row as always. So what I'm doing tonight is actually a hat. A hat that like so one of the things that crochet people like make a lot of, or like one of the things that's kind of not really beginner, but like one of the first things you people see I see people do like me is beanies. You know, the things when you pour in the heads. Oh, you messed up your rice yesterday. Got some glutinous sticky rice. Oh, did you try to? Yeah, 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 yeah. I knew it. I knew it. You tried to cook it like your basmati rice or any other rice. Yeah, it's a lot different. Yeah, yeah. If it's glutinous rice, it's a lot more. I think water or something, if I remember correctly. But yeah, like it's different. Even like basmati rice and like the rice that we use normally in the Philippines will have like different water requirements. You threw the curry back in the freezer, left the rice until today, and threw the frozen pizza in the oven. I mean, you could also do like a curry. You dip the pizza in the curry. That's like, but that's like such super drunk talk for me. You know, that's drunk 2 a.m. talk. Okay, I'm almost done with this row. Holy. Earlier this week. Uh, oh man. You know, I feel you. That actually feels bad. Like, was it hanging on the sink, or like it just so happened like it spilled on the sink? Good. Oh, this is the problem. I don't know if I counted correctly. Let's ask you it. It's a jar with holes. Yeah, yeah. No, I see what, I can see it. I can see it. Yeah, that's actually pretty good. So that they dry properly first. Also, you can just grab them again from there if you need it again. Okay, so this row is done. So usually the plan is like do this, to make rows and rows of these until you make this like rectangle, and then some like they shape it in such a way that when you wrap the beanie on the top, it becomes this like squished, like in the like a knot in the head, like round head. What I plan to do is like more like a rectangular one that creates that the illusion of cat ears. uh I don't know if I'm gonna make it, but I do have 3 hours. So it's on the edge of the sink towards the wall. Ah, okay. Mm-hmm. Grab some of the oven, stamp down the counter. Yeah. Oh man, kitchen talk. I I know, I'm I know that I'm getting old enough because like kitchen talk is hype. Kitchen, I find kitchen talk pretty hype. Like things that make things easier, or convenient. There you go. It should be easier right now. There you go. Your dream kitchen in the future, stainless steel, industrial, and everywhere. You know, I would love that too, but my wife definitely wouldn't. I feel. I have this vibe that my wife wouldn't want like an all steel kitchen. Okay, I'm actually like, okay, I just need to like position the yarn where it doesn't hit my elbow. Then it should be fine. Where am I? Where was I? Hold on, let me just. I remember like learning to crochet first. It was such a disaster. I mean, of course you're learning, but it was pretty frustrating at first. And then like sometimes at some point you just kind of click. There we go. With two dishwashers, one for clean stuff that you use from, and one for dirty stuff you put stuff into when the rusher. Ah, yeah. Isn't that just what the kitchens in like restaurants do? Like someone like brings all the dirty dishes to the dishwasher person, and then like with the two sinks, and then they just like power wash essentially the utensils and then run it to the dishwasher. Yeah, they're also like super fast. Oh, you mean the machines? Yeah. I don't like dishwasher, like the thing, the actual equipment. They're not really popular here in the Philippines. Like that's why when I used to when I watch like cartoons or like like shows from the U.S. and whatnot, the concept when people say, "Did you put it in the dishwasher?" I always thought that it was just something to you dry your stuff in. Like it didn't even occur to me that the dishwasher is the one that actually washes the dishes. So when I finally like saw one, I was like, "Oh, really? They don't. People don't like, do it by hand. That's not the norm or something." Like, huh? Because like here, I guess at least in the Philippines, like it's the norm that if someone has to wash it because those things mostly don't exist. So someone has to learn how to wash it, like so scrubbing it out and the whole shebang. And now I know why people would like to invest in at least a slightly nicer camera, or maybe an iPhone, because kind of feel bad about like this quality, this potato phone quality. A lot of people have dishwashers. Man, I don't know. Do they? Okay, I really have no idea. Do they use um electricity? Like, do you have to plug it in? It sounds like an idiotic question, but I'm gonna ask it anyway. Like, do you have to plug it in the dishwasher, and then like you turn on, and then like it does the thing, blah, blah, blah. It's like a washing machine for like it's always plugged in to power and water. And drainage. Okay, so you have to connect all of that. Like have like a plumber or like a contractor do it. I see. Okay, now I know why there's not a lot of those here. Cause like, no one wants to pay extra bill. No one wants to pay a higher bill. Okay, so you put the dishes and stuff, add soap and turn it on. Damn. A lot of hands here would be very happy if that happens, or if that happens if there's a thing like that that's very cheap. Although I do like they use less water than hand washing. Theoretically, yes, I guess, because so it's also one batch and it's also more efficient. But I guess it's just also like the placing of the thing, and maybe it's just never it's just never a thing here in the Philippines, the concept of a dishwasher. So people just got really good at it, or found like some semblance of like relaxation, which I do actually. Here in the house, I do enjoy washing dishes. It's pretty chill. It's pretty nice also seeing the stuff clean. Like I know, so I know it's clean because I cleaned it. Technology course on YouTube. I have a couple of great videos how they work. Oh, you hate washing dishes? You've been doing it for 5 years. I don't know. I've been doing it since I can. I don't know. Since I was a kid, like well, everyone here knew how to do it since they were kids. Oh no. Shoot. Hold on. I need to check if I need to. Ah, okay. So your dishwasher soap is different. It's not like here where it doubles as hand wash sometimes. Let me just do some counting first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Really? Oh, okay. It's super caustic, which is how it cleans up without actually touching it. Ah, okay. Wait. I don't know if this is like how I want it. Might be a bit too. Sure, sure. Go on. Go make lunch. But this too early for dinner. Dinner. A very heavy snack. Hmm. I don't know. Hold on. I don't know if I messed up already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I can do one more. We should be able to do one more. Dude, let me just. Okay. There we go. Let me just increase sound a little bit. If I move this, nah, it wouldn't matter. I was thinking if maybe if I can make this camera smaller. That's alright. I guess I just. There we go. Nope. I guess I do have just have to do this, right? You know what's the problem? Actually, like my back might hurt from this because my posture is terrible when trying to do both of these. Oh, it is. This is the last one. Oh, there we go. I found it. There we go. I think this is it. Mhm. Mhm. There you go. I think here. Bam. Hold on. I'm having the usual crocheter problem, which is where the hell am I supposed to knit now? Hey, oh, that's quick. That was really quick. Or did you just like throw something in like the oven? Uh, I'm having that frustrating thing where ask what the it wasn't in the oven with the spices. Ooh, sounds very yummy. That's very good. Aloo paratha. Paratha is like, that's the bread, right? Oh, I think I did something wrong. Oh yeah, paratha is pretty good. Do I remember? That's the bread that I think it is. Man, hold on. I'm having a frustrating problem when you're doing crochet. I actually, when you kind of start to do it, you need to count because you might lose count and like make too many knots or too few knots rather. You mess up? I think so. Now, there is a solution, and I hate the solution. The solution is to just do it all over again. Another thing, or we could also just. Mm-hmm. The solution is to make more my stick thinking going. Oh, I'm trying to make a hat. uh, I think this works. You know what? You're right. It's a hat where basically it's like you know how two triangles. Is it two triangle two rectangles basically just smack together. So when you wear it, the corners look like cat ears and such. This is actually for one of my siblings, and she loves orange. It's like her favorite color. So and my plan before I'm going to visit them on the weekend. It's just the other city, and I wanted to make hats for all of them. It's just a fedora, but orange fedora. Man, you know what? Maybe I will make a crochet a fedora. I don't know how to do it. Actually no. In my head there is a way. It's gonna be very difficult. Ah no. I changed the I thought it was a bit too uh weak. So I increased it. So maybe I should have changed it. Also, there will be ads in around 3 minutes, but you won't technically miss much since I'm just gonna be knitting. Yo, change. But yeah, yeah, ads. Like I might as well like do it, cause I mean, I don't like earn anything pretty much here. Oh yeah, fraction of cents until you reach like around like what $500 I think it says, or no, $50, $50. Is it 50? Yeah, yeah, around $50, and then that's you get a payout, and that's what I got for last year. Last year of streaming, from ads, and then like one like a sub or two. Like yeah, you have to get the $50 first before you can pay it out. But the payout is pretty easy. That's not the best hourly pay. Yep. That's why this is not. That's why anyone who wants to be like a streamer, unless you can find a way to like get a lot of views quickly, this is worse than you know cheap labor. No matter what people say that oh, you get to play video games though. Like, yeah, but you also need to pay for the bills. That's why everybody, if there's one thing that everybody says is correct, is that you have to just do this as a hobby first. You can't like have a plan. I mean, you can, but it's really tricky in these things. Like some of the biggest streamers literally just did it and then blew up. So you can have like the best plan in the world, and it ain't gonna matter. Stream part is $720 a year. Man, you know what a scary stat? In my country, it's probably even less than that, and that is it's probably even less than that, and like third world things. But yeah, if you're able to like, that's why like in for VTubers. Oh, defined by the World Bank. Interesting stat. Uh, that's why like for VTubers and such. The first week, like from the debut onwards, if you want to be like a corporate or like a, want to really make it as a VTuber as a career, like the debut is pretty big because you want that general like injection of people. So people unless are really in extreme poverty, which is first standing not uncommon. Oh yeah, that's why I said like that is actually a pretty high estimate, high number here. It's very unfortunate, but it is what it is. Ah, okay. You know what? I'm just committing to this. Yeah, screw it. That's a good question. What is the difference between a streamer, a V streamer, or a VTuber besides having an avatar? I'll answer it after the ad break because you have ads right now. Well, at least it says in my string that there is an ad break, so I'm gonna let the ads run out, wrap first. Okay. Well, we'll wait so that I can earn my. I don't remember how. I don't even think I can say. But it doesn't really even matter. So that I can earn my cents. Please let me earn my bread. Yeah, I may get some. So I'll explain it later, or at least my thoughts on it, because uh I did think about it a lot, especially with my experience right now as for like streaming for a year on and off, streaming, making video, making scripted stuff. Now I need to like put this below because I usually like crochet near my face, so doing like this is actually pretty tough. But actually, it's more of like make sure my back doesn't break. Skill issue, dang. Alright, ads are done. Ad gone. Okay. Uh, yeah, true. So the difference, to be perfectly honest, to be perfectly candid about it, I think there's no difference at all. It's just so happened that VTubing is a really good avenue for many because of anonymity. Like, you want to be a streamer, but you want as many walls between your identity and your audience as possible. That's why you have people. I don't want to name names, but that's why you have like these big VTubers who technically can still have perfectly normal private lives because their anime girls and boys. So, and not only that, I guess like throughout the year, especially when VTubing started to become a real thing, like half a decade or probably yeah half a decade, like it only really it truly boomed during the pandemic. But like maybe you can say half a decade ago. I think that's a fair assess the fair and yeah which is the pandemic. Um, it created a culture in itself. Like yeah, if you ever see me do not use a face cam, do a face reveal. Right. Like like a lot. I know some people will literally just like never do a face cam or put up JPEG or their brand logo and then they're okay with it. But some, I guess me, that includes me now. Jesus Christ, I am so close to accidentally like showing like my thigh or whatever. Uh, want to be able to express something with their face and stuff. You're not interesting enough to stream, to be honest. Too much HD. Well, I don't know about that. You see a lot of people who stream. I don't know how to say this without sounding, you know, like sounding what I'm going to sound, but there are a lot of very uninteresting people who are famous streamers. I think I think that is what I'm gonna say about it. Right? But they're pretty big because uh, they were just able to do it. Sometimes it is what it is. Can have thigh reveal and hand reveal. Yeah, I'm a very generous man. Not even blocking it on an OnlyFans. Some people like toxic people. Yeah, true. It is what it is. Like that's the way it goes. Oh, by the way, speaking of OnlyFans, I'm not gonna make an OnlyFans. But speaking of OnlyFans, I remember there's this. I watched this YouTube video of someone who jokingly made a Victorian era themed OnlyFans account, and because of that, she only shows her like ankles, and she did it as a joke until a lot of people subscribed to her. And she's like, no, wait. She's just a joke. And yeah, people are really weird. Yeah. So what she just did is like she used them. Well, what she said she did is she used the money to like for charity and then they just closed the account or something. It's just funny though. But yeah, like I think going back to like the VTuber thing, um, what has happened I think is just oh yeah, no judging people on the feed, of course. I only judge people who are really weird into what they into the things they are into, regardless of what they are. And I think there you go. Yeah, judging for them being weird. So for the VTuber part, I think it just created its own. Eventually created its culture. By the way, like this is how I actually sometimes talk when it comes to these topics because I tend to be not philosophical, but I want to see them for like the as a phenomena, as a phenomenon, singular. Like it's very interesting. Like yeah, what it let people who know the who would not stream. Not only that, like it created this culture of like they became like super larger than life characters, right? Not only like super larger than life characters, but they also some lean into the oh like okay, so I'm very anonymous, so I can finally like truly express myself, even let intrusive thoughts or intrusive actions really just go out there. That's why sometimes you see that's why a lot of like VTubers tend to be also like very clippable because they'll say something sus or they say something like like something that make people go like ayo and stuff. and it's actually pretty cool. I find it pretty cool. It's not my cup of jam, but cup of jam. It's not my cup of jam, but I find it pretty awesome. It's easier to get a bodybuilder VTuber than a real streamer. Yeah, that is also a thing. Like, I actually want to see it. I want to talk about it from a business perspective later, but I'll just finish the cultural part. Some people like also get to really live like an OC, like original character fantasy, right? Because another big thing about VTubing is the lore, right? Let's say, you know what? I don't like naming other VTubers, but these ones are big, so like Hololive, right? Hololive, one of the biggest VTuber agencies. Usually, it's while people will tend to ignore them, they ignore the lore. Eventually, it's still a big deal, right? Let's say like myth, like the first Hololive English generation, like Hololive Myth, and they're like mythological characters, and people still play on the lore of the characters. Like you have Takanashi Kiara, who's a phoenix. You have Mori Calliope, who is like the Grim Reaper's assistant or something. It's pretty neat, and it actually adds a little more like pizzazz to the person. Whereas if you're just an ordinary person, like yo, what's up? Maybe, maybe maybe it wouldn't be as successful. That's why VTuber lore can be a big thing. My VTuber lore is I'm a middle manager. So I I literally made sure that I have the least interesting lore and even character name as a VTuber. Everything is currently is going said the other year. By the way, no worries. We're here to just have like a nice chill time and not like not sweating it too much. You know how like when you hang out with someone, you can hang out with someone and then like you talk a lot of crap, and then when someone asks what the hell did you do with your friend, and like I don't know, we just hang out. What do you talk about? I don't know, stuff. That's it. That's the vibe. That's actually my goal. The vibe goal I have for this the entire time I've been streaming, and yeah, and there was at the point where I kind of lost that because I wanted to be like a VTuber, like what a VTuber is expected to do, like the VTuber things. And then, honestly, that I think led to me being burnt out of like streaming for like a few months. Yeah, some people are so nice being with that. That's enough to really be in the same room. Yeah, man. Like, like some of my friends, like we literally just, even some of my good friends, like we literally just go on Discord, and sometimes we don't even talk. We literally just play different games, and then put it on stream and Discord, and but we're all playing different games. Your grandpa was like that when he was yeah, man. I don't know. There's something nice, and I think it's kind of antithetical here because as a streamer, I think it's important to to be talking because you never know who's gonna be here, and you don't want them to meet with silence. But I guess in real life, there's really something to be appreciated, and I hope, and I feel like a lot of people don't appreciate it. Uh, just silence and then just hanging out. Like if you stop talking, stop interacting with chat, probably stick around, right? It's real difficult because sometimes me personally, I would like to just sit and do nothing. Like sometimes me and the wife, we when you say we hang out, we literally just like sit and and sometimes we talk. Sometimes we even just like sit and then just appreciate each other's company. That's just it. Not even doing anything. Just living the moment. But yeah, on Twitch, that's kind of not the thing, and I think that actually creates a not good detrimental like effect on a person, especially if at some point Twitch is where you get your interactions, or because there's a lot of younger people who are more impressionable than us. Oh, see, it's coming together a bit. It's a bit thicker now. Now it looks like orange bacon. But yeah. Um, where was I? Yeah, I know, right? I this is also like my secret reason why I'm doing these streams so that I can do stuff. Because there's some days where I want to feel like productive, even though I don't think. No, it's actually really hot, but here in the Philippines. But the reason why I'm making hats is we're fortunate enough that what the hell am I doing? Sorry, sometimes this happens. Uh, okay. We are going to to have a family trip in Japan late this year, which is very fun. It's been a while since like the entire family went on a trip, so that's the reason why I'm making hats. I'm also like just practicing doing this on them. Oh yeah, it's that is the normal, Lars. That is the norm. It's not even summer. Oh boy, when it's summer. Ooh, and I know the Philippines is like very humid. Man, I hope I'm you totally live with that. Yeah, I do find a lot of people find our climate very nice. Then again, it is like tropical, but yeah. Oh, you're not gonna love the Philippines then. I'm sorry to say. Our heat is definitely not the dry heat. It's very sweaty. You're gonna sweat bullets. I sweat bullets, and I've lived here all my life. Like it's nuts. You legit during the summer, you legit have to take baths like 2 times a day or something. When you visit Tunisia and you went to the Sahara Desert, it was 50 degrees. Dang. Now, I'm used to the heat because I am Filipino, but that is different heat, right? That is dry desert heat. That it. Yeah, that is rough. That actually might kill me because sometimes like I just stuff it out and don't realize that my head is overheating, or my head is overheating, or I was having like almost a heat stroke. And I hope I'm doing this correctly while it's far away from me. If not, I'll just fix it in. I don't know. I don't know how to fix it actually. I drink a lot of water somewhere warm though. 60 to stay. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's why I always have like even when I'm just working here at my own home, I I have like a jug of water beside me and just make it a habit. I remember like going to Japan, like me and the wife. It was like April, early April. So it was winter. No, it was spring. Spring was about to be happening, but it was still pretty cold. And I remember like I kind of dig the cold of that time. Maybe not if it's colder, maybe not anymore. But then I remember there was one day where it got a bit hot, and it was weird. Like my wife kept telling me that the heat in Japan is weird because the sun is I guess a little bit higher or like something. So like the brightness is different. Like the brightness setting of the weather is different. So it kind of hurts her eyes. Cold sucks, I'd bet, but I'd still want to see cold. That is, that is the thing. That's also why I want to like make stuff for our trip, because we're going there in November, which is gonna be the end of fall, pretty much, uh, pretty much December, right? Because you can wear fun stuff, like these silly hats that I'm making. I'm even trying to make them as like with holes as possible, so that at least if you wear it here for fun points, it'll be fresh. Yeah, I know, like Norway, right? If I remember correctly, like the last time, it is even further up. Like I still want to experience like cold, and like snow, because I've never seen snow. But I feel like it's one of those like things that I'm going to experience, and then I'm like, okay, no more of this. I don't want to do this ever again. See, like everybody says, there's plenty of snow here, and it sucks. Because now that I'm old, like, of course, when you're younger and like you live in like a tropical AF town, like the idea of snow is lovely, right? It's awesome. You see it in movies. But now I'm older, I think about the logistics of snow, and like I feel like it's such a pain. I think the idea of snow is such a pain. Like when it when it gets on your cars, when it gets on your driveway, when it gets on the driveway in general, the road. Your long-term plans to the south of the equator during winter, in Namibia. I don't even know where Namibia is, but it probably is the equator. Snows to pain in the butt, then it melts. Yeah, then it freezes, and then you have ice. Yeah, see, when you think about it a little bit more logically, it kind of blows. Oh, next to South Africa. Cool. I don't know anyone who wanted to go to South Africa. Even me, like honestly, the only reference I have to South Africa is I don't even know if I'm correct, but I think it's like, well, Leonardo DiCaprio's Blood Diamond, the movie. I think that's my only reference to it. And then there was also once a DJ on a radio station in the Philippines that she said she's from South Africa, and she has this accent that's kind of British but not. That's how I remember it. And then she said she's South African. People were like, whoa, cool. Bit developed, and you wanted to go there. Whoa. Let me fix my camera. Let me make sure that I don't get. Whoop. I think I know what I'm. Hold on. I think I can make this a little bit better. Where's my dang thing? Um. How about this? Uh-huh. Mm. Oh, there we go. I did the classic. I piled it on top of books. There you go. It's a bit better now. You wanted to go South Africa, but with how they are in the S of the BRICS, not so sure anymore. BRICS, block of countries, where R is Russia. Is that like an alliance of countries? I don't know that part of geopolitics. That's what Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. Oh, that's a thing. Oh, interesting. Hold on. Hold on. I think I can do this without messing up. Okay. Oh, I think we're going very close to like intense, not really intense, but like current events. So maybe we should be moving away a little bit. But then again, it is my fault for asking, so don't worry about it. I was just legitimately curious. I bet. Like that is the Twitch chat version of like geopolitics, which a lot of people in Twitch chat take in face value. God, man. Okay, I need to remove the habit of raising it. I wonder if I can use the. No, that's impossible. I was thinking, what if I can use the camera to look where I'm supposed to be hooking it? But I doubt it. By the way, this is me doing this at this pace is actually hella slow. If you watch like a crochet video, like they go nuts. Like they go so fast. I like I don't actually know how to make this go faster. Okay, how about I put I'll put the mic here. Maybe a little that will make it a little bit better. Nantu Nambia. Desert heat stable, modern launch has been murdered. Hmm. You know, even I'll take the modern to moderate to low chance of being murdered. Because based on where I live, yeah, same rates. Same rates. So I'll take it. If it's a little, if it the cost of living is better, then I'll take it. If not, then I'll stay here. At least if I'm gonna get murdered, it's from someone who I can talk to a little bit first. Okay, getting into it. My hip is gonna hate me because I have this weird sit I'm doing. Hold on. I wonder. Trying to find the right type of sitting for this. Oh, important to be close to your time zone. You know what? True. That is important. Maybe that's why I don't want to move somewhere where it's like suddenly 5 hours or like 10 hours away. Or no, like Norway, where it's suddenly like a different time of the day. Australia is the logical place for a white European to go over the winter. Yeah, that is true. Or like that makes sense rather. I mean, it is Australia. Yeah, it will mess up your body though, right? Your body clock and all of that stuff. Ah, there you go. There you go. There you go. I think I have one more here. There you go. Uh-huh. New Zealand is actually the place I want to. Don't see. Hold on. Let me just. I'm putting like a. I'm putting a pillow under my butt so that it's a bit more comfy. Something very close to how Norway is culture, rights, economy, and all that stuff. Woo, interesting. Butt pillowy. Maybe I could sell that. Sit on my face. Oh man, this is why I'll never. Oh, good God, that is a horrifying concept. Where am I? Another problem when knitting. You always ask suddenly, where am I here? Must go straight through to the planet. Oh yeah, like you dig a hole, straight through, straight through the hollow earth. Oh, I don't believe, by the way. Which is funny. One of the funniest conspiracy theories I know. Next two birds aren't real. But yeah, like New Zealand, like New Zealand's pretty cool because like, well, because the Lord of the Rings. How familiar are you with Cebu and the area there? Cebu is a different region in the Philippines. So I'll take a back break. So Cebu is in the region called Visayas. The Philippines is split into three main regions: Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. Luzon is where the capital is, and then Visayas is like in the the central area of the Philippines. That is where Cebu is. A lot of people say like it's pretty much as good as a capital, and I've been there, so I do agree. And I have been to Cebu, I think, or somewhere near there before. It's a cool place. It's not like the capital, so it does not. It's not like the people don't go there. People still go to Manila, where I am, and the primary language is very different. Different. There's a place there called Little Norway. I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna ask people what Little Norway is. It actually just like our the Norway equivalent of Chinatown, or like is it like a building, a street, a house, a museum? Okay, it's an actual daycare run by donations from Norwegian people. Oh, that's pretty cool. But wait, so like Norwegians just happened to be here and then just like stayed? I mean, it wouldn't be surprised, but that's how I was thinking about it. Like a bunch of ah, one of our typhoons. It's a bunch of houses built using the Norwegians after a typhoon. Oh, that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. I'll go like Google it later. That's actually pretty interesting. But at least, well, you know what? At least it went to to actually building the houses. That's what I'll say about it. Okay, okay. But else, you know what? It's just a little. I'm just gonna type it, so might as well look at it, right? Suddenly like curious about it, cause I thought like the people behind the chat is down there right now. Ooh. Actually, like Cebu is a good place for uh foreigners, because in that, actually especially in the Visayas area, or a lot of people in Cebu, at least how people I know tell me, stand for there, like they really pride themselves on. It's a thing in the Philippines that you really pride yourselves in your ability to speak English, which is a thing because it's not our native language, but it is an important language to learn. So being proficient at it is seen as like a badge, and having a people who are proficient at it is also seen as a badge. You want to make stand for the poorest people, give their food, health, and gets target on education. Sorry, I read it super fast, like insanely fast. Everything fully started. Man, good for them. I wish. I wish our country did that. Philippines was a U.S. colony. To be more specific, it was a U.S. colony slash Commonwealth during. I can get my dates right. My wife's gonna kill me because I should know this because it's history. Basically, years before years no around 1898, years before the second war. It's a colony of Hazard Iron. I mean, it's correct. It's correct. It's right. It was a colony. Before it was already a colony, or rather a Commonwealth, before the Second World War. Uh, if you go a little bit further, it was actually a colony by Spain for 333 years. That's a long time. And then it got passed to America, and then we got colonized a bit by Japan, and then we are quote unquote free after that. But yeah, that is like the Twitch chat version of Philippine history, right there. Or it's history with colonization. past as sport is what pretty much. People will say a lot of things, but for me, yeah, pretty much. Hello, KJ. Good day. How are you? We're just hanging here and watching me knit, crochet. Sorry, while we talk about a bunch of things. This is gonna be the sorry. The sound is gone because the sound is gone because the album's over. Hold on, let me just play something else. What do I wanna play? I know. Nope, not this one. Where is it? We were Vikings that read a ton of stuff. Then area was owned by Denmark or Sweden for a long time. Then got independence 200 years ago. Wow, that is in the history of things. That is pretty recent. Like a lot of people, you know, if you really look at it, a lot of things are pretty recent. Between the Vikings and 200 years ago, Norway was just a mess with no value. Interesting. I really don't know. So that is actually pretty interesting. I always find it fun. I think it's really fun when when people like us, like from different countries, try to explain. Because sometimes it's historical context is important, right? So to explain why we are the way we are, but we don't want to bore them with so many details or to lose their attention. So we have to make these tweet versions of what happened to us. Right? So 200 years ago in the 1960s, it was not, bad, but independent and bad. independent mess. Oh, yeah, yeah. And then you guys found oil. Right. I remember that being a thing. Oh, you guys right now, yay, we did it. We're in. My only reference to Norway is uh I need to remember. Please, I hope I'm correct. There's a YouTuber I watch, Magnus Mitbo. I don't know how to pronounce his name. The other letters had lines across the letters, but I think he's a Norwegian wall climber, and he runs a YouTube channel. So I do hear him talk about a bunch about or he shows Norway around, or he just does wall climbing stuff. And then there was this, I guess it's a bit, because he once collaborated with PewDiePie, and then they went on and on about Sweden and Norway, and I guess it's a thing. I don't know. I just found it interesting. The pension fund is insane, man. That is the dream. I know I'm old when my dream is to get an insane pension fund. That's why there's a joke in the Philippines where if you were to be born again, I wish anything but being a Filipino again. Please send me to another country. I'll take anything. Just not the Philippines. No. Oh, by the way, the album you heard earlier, the hip hop one was MF Doom, one of my favorite artists of recent time. The one you're listening to right now is from The Midnight, which is also one of my this album is one of my favorites. It really got me through a lot. So this one is really important to me. The Norwegian pension fund is currently worth 1.8 trillion. Ooh, why is being a Filipino bad? Man, that is a topic and a half. How can I make this funny? Sorry. How can I make this funny? Is being a Filipino bad? Honestly, it's not bad. But genuine answer, not even VTuber answer, a genuine person answer. I love where I am. It's pretty cool. Culture is great, even though it got fucked over by various colonizers over and over again. It's just that it has been like a meme, and I guess like a mentality that if you want to be anything in life here, you either have to be a celebrity, a basketball player, a corrupt official, or not in this country and working somewhere else. That being when the US is easier than being black and those things. There is that. But I think the thing. Oh no, my headphones are almost gone. I wonder if this is still works. It's more of like there has been a culture. We have developed a culture where we kind of just hate each other on a fundamental level. Like, 'cause since everything is bad, yeah, MF Doom, right? Because everything is bad, no one gets to be good, even though or when you're doing something good, like people will say, "Oh, we did it," although you didn't do anything. And then when people, so yeah, it's just like that. Like a lot of like stealing valor, a lot of like just pulling people down. It is an unfortunate culture that I think crab mentality. Yeah, crab bucket crab mentality. It is an unfortunate culture that I think stemmed from the fact that the country has just been pushed down so much. So I don't really blame the people. I blame basically what happened to us all these years, that the country has just been pushed around and then being told that we suck or inferior so much that everybody just developed a mentality like, you know what, yeah, but you know what, I'm better than this other guy at least. So I can't even be mad at these people because that's just how it is. We are progressing. This is like half a, a forehead because you wear it like this. You say the Philippines are proud? Uh, yes, in all the wrong ways. In all the wrong ways. Half a forehead, please. TOS? And soon we'll make it full forehead. But yeah, that is the thing. I hope that answers your question and it's still entertaining or interesting. I could go on. Look, you are thigh reveal, hand reveal. Well, almost thigh reveal, hand reveal, and then this. As I always interesting with history is boring unless it's an anime or something. I saw that too, and then as I got older, I realized that history rocks, and not just like war history. Because when people talk about history, people usually talk about like the World War because everybody watched Band of Brothers, and it's cool, or Saving Private Ryan. And there was a time, remember, when it was just all war films, particularly war films where the Allies win or the good guys. Of course, there's also that one like Enemy of the Gates, which is really cool. But other than that, like history of so many things, it's just super cool. That's why I was just thinking of listening to the podcast like Fall of Civilization, because that was about Carthage, and that was a cool civilization that got annihilated. And then that show also shows a lot of interesting civilizations that you might have not even thought about, like one of the great kingdoms of India, Vijayanagara, or the Somali Empire of Africa. Like, it's so fascinating. Like, these are all like hundreds or almost thousands of years worth of history, and with the right person, it's actually super sick. You read History Just a Play of How to Mess Up? Yeah, I read Kingdom and Vinland Saga. Right? Sick, right? Kingdom is sick. Like I've started watching it or reading it, but I got distracted because like what I actually started listening to is the podcast called the Romance of the Three Kingdoms podcast, and that is a so Romance of the Three Kingdoms is the fictionalized version of the Records of the Three Kingdoms, but it's one of the most popular like novels and like time periods of China, and it's super cool, super interesting. You made me forget your lunch. Ah, sorry. Now it's cold. Well, I guess you just have to put it back in the oven. I guess it's back in the oven time. Oh, by the way, this particular song that's playing right now, this is one of my favorite songs. It's called Sunset by The Midnight. Man, a lot of good mangas about history. True. Vinland Saga, I think I read a bit. It's one of those like I've been meaning to, but yeah, like the one I just finished listening to, Three Kingdoms. The podcast is really great because that book is super long, and the podcast just makes it like super duper like digestible and fascinating. There are like literally hundreds of named characters, and you kind of have to keep up with how many characters there are in that story. It's where also essentially a lot of like the cool. It's essentially where Dynasty Warriors is set. So if you know Dynasty Warriors or play Destiny Warriors, then that is your um, introduction to the Three Kingdoms era. And that's why the Three Kingdoms will never die because of things like Dynasty Warriors and then the remakes of like the Romance of the Three Kingdoms over and over again. And as long as someone keeps saying like "Do not pursue Lubu," then yeah, it's always gonna be cool. Who, by the way, in the novel, spoilers. He dies like a tenth of the novel, like tenth of the way, not tenth before the end. Like the very beginning, he kind of bites it really early. He's just such an iconic character, though. Come on, get in there. Kingdom Solo. Yeah, it talks about, if I remember correctly, Kingdom is set in the summer and autumn period of China, right? And that is a few eras. Wow, I'm getting really close. Okay, so let me just move the camera a little bit there. And the spring and autumn era of China is a few hundred of years before Three Kingdoms. If I have my mental history correct. But yeah, like my father actually loves, and my sisters they actually love Kingdom. They watch. I don't know if they're like um caught up with it, but yeah, I remember them talking about it during like one of the lunches. They talk about Kingdom. That was a time where I kind of got burned out of watching anime, but it was really cool because like my entire family pretty much watched anime and different kinds too. So it's always pretty sick to just hear them like talk about things like this because I know you don't get to. It's rare to have like an entire family sometimes talk about anime stuff and not think it's weeb stuff. It's just like, oh, they just talk about the anime they watch. Like, God, I hope like I don't miss like loops here. So the important thing here with like crocheting is like you need to make sure that you always hit like the right amount of loops in the right amount of places, or your work is a mess. And I realize it's really hard to do that when you're trying to also talk and entertain the people. And I'm like, good lord, because like I did this because I saw some people do this. I saw some people be able to like do paper craft or pottery or whatever on stream. I'm like, okay, maybe it's doable. Like at some point, crocheting this kind of pattern is really like it gets really automatic. But it's hard. It's not. It's hard even to keep a train of thought when speaking. That's why sometimes I just stop, or worse, like I just like I lose it, or I just pivot really quick and just like forget what I'm talking about. Let me check also if the stream is okay. There you go. Nice. Maybe I'll make it a goal to save up for like a better-ish camera. Oh yeah, I think this is one of the older ones I made. Uh, we. It's just a square. Let's put it here. This is one of the things I made as well. I made this hat. There you go. Like if there's a place near our home where you can buy like what do you call it? Artisanal yarn? No, just nice yarn. That's really nice yarn. So I was able to make fun stuff like that. That's my hat, by the way. Oh no, rather crispy. Oh, you didn't want crispy. Yeah. So this specific one, isn't is actually the different one because what I did to buy for like the family and myself and the wife is I bought like colorful yarn. Like I'll show. Hold on. I bought yarn like oh god, like this. Like this is it's not like multiple yarn. It's just one piece of yarn that just changes colors. So it's really cool. Like if you want to make something simple but have it like looks like stand out, like it's neat. I just like because the colors are nice and it reminds me for some reason of like ice cream. Yeah, you can get them with a reflecting thread. Oh, whoa, that's sick. So that got run over by cars. Wait, that's pretty cool. That's actually pretty neat. You only like when your historical figure is an anime girl. You know what? If it gets you to read the books to learn about history, why the hell not? I mean, I don't know if how we coded some people are here, but there was a show called Hetalia, Axis Powers Hetalia, where each country, all the countries are represented by cute anime boys, and it was very very yaoi coded. Not even coded, it was yaoi as hell. But you know what? It got people into history and even current events. So whatever works. Like in Fate. Hell yeah, like in Fate. Sure, King Arthur. You know, this is like probably one of my boomer takes. But I really miss the era of Fate when it wasn't a gotcha game. When it was kind of like it was popular, like still niche thing in like the sphere, and because now it's a gotcha game and it's big. And hold on, let me just change my earphones. Wait, what? When it was a raw game? Hell yeah! Or no, it was just like a thing. It was just novels and books. But yeah, when it was a thing. But also yes, when it was that as well. Let me just switch my earphones for a bit. Can you charge this one?
Also charge my
Oh, sorry.
no charge after.
Okay. Hold on. I wonder if it messed up my stream. Oh no, not this one. This one. Hold on. It's so bizarre to think that this multi-billion-dollar franchise came up from a low-budget eroge. It's so bizarre that this multi-billion-dollar franchise came out from, I guess now, a not-so-known visual novel called Tsukihime. And for some reason, like, a lot of people don't know that. And that is so sad to know. Like, I remember when the Tsukihime remake trailer came out, I was like super hyped. And then people were like, oh, wait, hold on. I think I got it here. And like, who's that, like, Rin face or whatever? And we're like, oh my god. There we go. I got my subshoot headphones. Let me just check my levels here. There we go. That's where Neko Arc came from. Good God. Well, yes. That is where Neko Arc came from, as well as a lot of other characters. But yeah. You don't like Arcue's design? It looks weird? I agree. They made her modern when she was meant to look very having like a older fashion sense. That's why she had those granny skirt. I agree. Big agree on that. Alright, we can continue knitting now. Or crocheting. I don't know why I keep using knitting. I guess it's just easier to say. But I know like it's actually different. Well, they say it's different, but I don't know the fundamental difference. I think CL's alright. CL's design was pretty cool. But I'm still more partial to the original. But yeah, like, again, like, if you know what, if that gets you interested, if the gacha game gets you interested in history, then you know what, go at it. Dutch Soup, congratulations, you have eaten the lunch. I said a little bit. It's more of like how some people get interested in things through you know, cute anime girls. And I'm like, you know what, if it gets you through it, why the hell not? Like, I remember a lot of people got into tanks because of Girls with Panzer. And then suddenly people like got into, like, you know, a lot of them became like war nerds and such. That just playing the just made me go insane. So all EA games, yeah, of course, every single EA game, it's in the game. Yeah, World of Warships have the anime ship then. There's also an anime ship game. What's that called? Some of my friends play it. Blue something. Where, yeah, the girls are warships, and like, you know, the most endowed character, the most endowed anime girl is of course the Bismarck, or one of the most ones. Like, the most endowed characters is the Bismarck, because you know everybody loves the Bismarck. Stuff's that weird to me. Yeah, but you know, it is what it is. Like, I don't know what to say about it, because I just grew up with it. So yeah, like, weebs love that. And man, it's been a while since I've seen the entire word weeaboo being used, which is pretty cool, because a lot of people now just use weeb. But I remember also weeaboo being like the secret code. No, don't worry, I'm old too. That's why I'm talking about, like, that's why, like, I found it fascinating, because I remember like weeaboo as a word being in this weird place. Yeah, it was a weird place, like kind of like a slur of sorts, but not really. But it was a derogative thing. No, it's not a slur. Like, you know, like, I like can't like make examples, but you know, everyone knows slurs, like real slurs. But it's more of a, if you're called a weeaboo, it's how do you say this? You don't wear it as a badge of honor. There we go. I think that's it. And then best educators of monsters sound like hell yeah. I'm kidding. What is this ad? Okay. My app is in the free version, so it also has ads. Like what the hell? But yeah, but now it's like, oh, weebs out, baby. I'm like, cool. It's fascinating how that word evolved. Just like how the word geeks or nerds evolved. Where before, when you're called that, you're like, oh shoot, you kind of feel bad. But now it's like a culture thing, which honestly kind of annoys me sometimes. Filthy Frank, oh man, another one I haven't seen in a while. Man, that Filthy Frank really was one of the old like early YouTube, like one of the goats of a specific era of YouTube and the internet, where when the internet wasn't just like Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube and Twitch and stuff. When it was actually interesting. When we go to these things were called websites, and you're not sure if your computer is going to be okay. That was the time. That was really fun. That was really pretty fun. Trying to like raise it up again too much. I want to do this again, so I want to see how I can make this setup better. Because now I'm almost eating my microphone, and I haven't cleaned it in a while. So it's gonna be nasty. Yeah, back when YouTube was edgy. Well, back when YouTube was interesting. Like, don't get me wrong, I still watch YouTube a lot. Like, that's like my main source of information, entertainment. But back then, man, you can just do anything. And there's no like proper algorithm or to recommend you stuff. You kind of just have to either look into it, or you need to have someone tell you about it. Like that's the only way you could know. Like there was an actual social requirement for you to gain more things. Probably not a good thing, but it did shape your humor. Nah, man, it was for the better. Honestly, having like that kind of humor, once you get older and potentially smarter, like it was pretty good 'cause it was very cathartic. I think that was the thing about that kind of humor. Sure, some of it's not gonna pass. Maybe a lot of it is not gonna pass anymore, especially standards of today. But there was something very cathartic about that kind of humor. I think that is what people miss. But of course, now we all know better as well. That's why it doesn't hit the same when you watch the stuff, or when you try to do that kind of humor. Still find that stuff funny. Yeah, it's still funny though. Don't get me wrong. Like I still sometimes, when you and your friends like talk about like uh pink guy, filthy Frank stuff. It's still, it's still awesome. Ah, good God. It's hard. The camera is in the way. Hold on, let me just also move the yarn. I also had to like re-yarn the yarn. Okay, maybe I need to like move it a little bit here. Oh, by the way, this is my audio interface, and this is a PlayStation 4. I used it before. I used to use it a lot because this is actually where I played Dark Souls. But now that I was able to have a decent computer, because before I had like a cruddy computer. I only had a laptop, when I started streaming, and I actually bought Elden Ring on the PS4, and that is how I streamed it as well. I had to like jury rig, like capture card and such. It was pretty fun. Isn't the Dark Souls 1.5 gigabytes? Yeah, but my laptop was super old. It was super old, and it was like running OBS and a game that has 3D graphics will kill it. That's why I remember a lot, or like really like big graphics. That's why before, when I was playing on laptop, I usually just played a lot of like low power indie games. But that's also why I played a lot of Slay the Spire. Originally, I was planning, or my original content was a lot of Slay the Spire. And one of my things that I thought about was, what if I just become like a Slay the Spire streamer or YouTuber, like like your Baylors, your Frostprimes, etc., etc., your Jorbs, and I don't know. I think I'm not good at it, and back then I didn't know how to make it entertaining. Maybe I know now, but Slay the Spire 2 is also gonna come out, so maybe I can try it there. So I really love that game. Like that, the game just never stops being fun for some reason. There's something magical about it. Oh, I'm almost here. All right, let's see our progress right now. All right, let's first do this thing and then turn. Dang! All right, that is this. We have covered the forehead, everybody. We have reached forehead territory. Like if you put it the kiss and put it in your head, that should cover your forehead. We had forehead territory. Very nice. Yes, we have reached full forehead finally. I gotta move it here a bit. Not bad for like yapping. Let me also get some water. Give me like. Are you doing the whole thing in orange or different? This one, in particular, is just gonna be orange. Like, one of my sisters loves like super bright orange. Like, she has orange everything. She has orange shirt that she pairs with her orange pants. I swear, if she can find like an orange pair of shiny shoes, she'll probably buy it. So I'm gonna pair it with this shiny orange beanie. Give me like a minute to get some water. Ah, all right. I have some water. I also stole some coffee because my wife made some coffee for herself. She works in the night shift, so and I try not to have coffee anymore. But but I really love it. Although I take my coffee black, and she doesn't anymore. But that's okay. People make mistakes. Oh shoot. Oh. I don't know why I try to be like super clean in my language. Like, because my friends will tell you that I am not clean, or say so, as like VTubers say. Like, I can trash talk the hell out of things. But I think it's just I kinda enjoy the challenge of trying to be entertaining without falling back to cussing, or you know things of that sort. It's actually pretty fun. Okay, my back's gonna hurt with this, man. I need to like put down the butt pillow, but now it's too low. Probably gonna go to the gym again soon. Where am I? There we go. On the clear ride, on the comeback. Okay, I need to figure out a way where I can do this, and I can actually see. I can. There we go. I can kinda see it, right? I can kinda see it now. I'm the comeback kid. Well, I think I'm gonna mess that one up. Screw it. Commit. Just keep going. Oh, good God. There we go. I am doing better now. It's really hard. My eyes are starting to hurt a little bit because of this setup. Maybe. Oh, this is not my nephew. It's my sister. My sister is well, like I don't want to dox, but uh, an adult. There we go. My sister, all of us same place are working adults. Uh, there I go. And she might see the mistake. Nah. If she points it out, I'm gonna take it away from her. Like, I'm like, I'm trying to like say the situation, but it's in my language. Like basically like why the hell are you complaining? Like just if you don't want it, then fine. I'll I'll take it. I'll I'll get it back. Nah, it's good. Ow ow ow. Ow. Table's really small. I'm kind of my the elbows are kind of in the edges. But yeah, like you know, ever since I started crocheting, it's actually very nice. It may not look like it, but it actually helps me a lot with like the mental. Uh, it because like it requires some level of focus, some level of attention detail, and you kind of just zone out at some point. Even when I'm yapping and stuff, there are moments right now. Oops. Right now in the stream. Oh, there we go. There we go, much better. Where I just go on like a big yap, and I'm crocheting, and I literally don't remember what I said. I kind of just like talked and let go for a bit. It is very nice. Oh, by the way, this particular song is pretty awesome too. It's called Vampires by The Midnight, and their sort of official video on it has uses scenes from a very old, not very old, from an 80s sci-fi horror anime, not really horror, but supernatural rather, anime called Wicked City. And this was the time when anime was like really edgy, but in the best way. Like actually edgy, where there's a lot of like violence, there's a lot of naked things. There's a lot of sex and violence in it, and it was very full of gore and such. It was pretty good. Yes, with the freaky spider girl. Oh, did you guys see this bot? Hold on, let me just ban this quick real quick. There we go. With the freaky spider girl, yeah. You know what's funny? I think you can still watch the entire thing on YouTube. Cause that's where I found it. I found like a video with like the entire oops with the entire movie, and like all right, I guess I know what I'm gonna do tonight. Watch this strange movie. It's pretty cool. That's why when you hear this song, and because it uses the scene from that film, it gives me the same vibes. It's actually pretty perfect because the midnight is like the synth wave, basically. Yes, basically like recapturing a certain sound of the 80s, but with a modern lens. But in a modern lens, that's how I guess describe synthwave. But yeah, and they're really good at it. Speaking of really good, that which I'm not that. Where am I? Ah, there we go. Whew. My eyes are getting a bit strained here. I need to find a way to make do this better. But this is a good stream to learn how to make this better, though. Is that a hair? I don't know why sometimes there's hair suddenly on the table. Like it just flew. Am I balding? Eh, honestly, I wouldn't. I wouldn't care too much if I'm balding. I know a lot of some people are like really scared of that, but I used to shave my head a lot because it's just better. I just prefer the convenience. It's also hot in the Philippines. So if I ever start going bald, which I will because I genetically, both sides of my family, have like early baldness, I'm just like, all right, at least I don't have to go to the barber anymore. 38 soon and balding, looking forward to it. Yeah, right. For me, it's just like, all right, I don't have to like maintain these things anymore. I'm kind of cool now. All right, we're good. No more trips, and I can wear cool hats without worrying whether it fits my hair or like if it messes up my hair. I can just wear some cool hat or like this. I can't remember with the buzzer. Yeah, I bought that actually during the before I go to the barber shop because it's pretty cheap before, right? In the Philippines, like a haircut from like a mom and pop barber is $2, and that's the uh, higher rate. Usually just $1, or nowadays at $2. It's pretty cheap, very affordable. But since the pandemic, I actually bought my own razor, my own buzzer rather, and then we just like different yeah, with different lengths. Whether I want like a full like zero cut, like super shiny, or maybe have some hair on it. I also used to try. I one time I tried using a razor, like the one you use for like shaving your facial hair. And it was pretty interesting too. It was pretty scary also. I was scared of cutting my head using that. But it kind of felt like those like scenes in like army movies where you use a razor, a shaver to like shave your head. So that's the vibe I kind of got from that. One of those hex screws. Did you get some tools for taking the headpiece of my buzzer apart? Oh, don't don't that usually come when you buy it? Or at least for me, when I bought like the buzzer, it came with these like small tools and like extra screws and stuff. Ah, it's a very common type of screw. Hold on, let me just pull the yarn. I need a yarn pulling thing. You just don't have any tools. Ah, I see. Ah, I see. I used to like, so I bought, or I think I was gifted, a toolbox, a small toolbox, so our place is small. The problem is, it's plastic, or like the case is plastic, it's not metal. And I'm used to like metal toolboxes. And for some reason, like, I guess not ants, like roaches start. We didn't use it, and then we tried to get like a wrench or something. We don't really realize that like a bunch of like roaches. It's pretty gross. But a bunch of like roaches live there. Like Like, why are you guys here? Yeah, it's really gross. Sorry about that, but yeah, it's really gross. Like, what the? Ugh. Too cold for now. Ah, well, that is what you're gonna have to be deal with when you go, I guess, to a more tropical country, because bugs. Yeah, maybe that's like one of the good things I would enjoy if I go to a cold place, other than like freezing to death. Like the lack of bugs might be appealing. Does sound appealing to me. No mosquitoes, flies. You just put on clothes. You won't freeze to death. That's true. Where do I do here? God, I need to. I wonder if moving the Oh wait, if I move the mic. What if I move the mic here? It's a bit a ways away. Hmm. Now I know what to fix, because I didn't put. Well, it's not that I didn't put too much thought in this. More of sometimes you only realize like the things you need to work on the moment you're like actually doing it. Like this, like I didn't realize that how much of a hassle doing this when there's like a camera in front of and a mic in front of you actually is. The fact I'm able to do it is an actual miracle. The fact I'm able to do this in like while streaming for already what? How long is it? Like almost 2 hours. That is, and just yapping and just crocheting. I'm actually kind of pretty proud of it. Oh, it's been 2 hours already. Neat. I'd go for probably 1 more hour, regardless whether I finish this or not. I don't plan on finishing it anyway. Or rather, I'm not expecting this to be finished because after making this really long rectangle, I have to start like stitching it and stuff. I'll probably show like the finished result at some point on stream. Which by the way, tomorrow we might go back to video games. There's a game. I know I've been saying like there's a game I wanted to play, and I'm going to check right now actually if it's going to be out the moment by tomorrow. Let's check Steam a little bit here. Hold on. Where is it? Oh, I want to type it again. There you go. Wish list. Okay. It's called Fly Night. Speaking of bugs, by the way. And it looks like what do you call this? First person RuneScape. I've never played RuneScape, but I love watching RuneScape videos. So, and it also feels like Kingsfield. So yeah. Yeah, I know. Like I never played it though. Like I never got like I didn't even know that it wasn't a game that was popular or even like known at all in the Philippines. So like only recently, like a few years ago, did I ever get exposed to like RuneScape as a game. And then like, for some reason RuneScape is the MMO that has the most interesting videos or video essays or video series about experiencing the game because it's so open. Because it's so open, like people like settled, like probably one of the most popular ones. Like 2 to 3 months away from picking up your 20th anniversary cape in RuneScape. There's a cape for 2 decades of RuneScape. That is sick. And that's like OSRS, right? The old school RuneScape. That is sick. RS3. Oh. Still sick. I don't. But yeah, like a lot of like there's a lot of like I guess because unlike WoW or what do you call this? Unlike WoW or F14, which I was a big part of, or it was a big part. For a year or so was a big part of my life. Uh, you can really just kind of do anything with RuneScape, and you can. It really has the tools to make your own fun. So I think it really like encourage or it was the perfect spot for like people to create like very unique stories like settled, who was just in what's the name, Mauritania, or those guys who just in one chunk. I don't know what that means, but basically just one area, I guess. Plays or OSRS a bit, the leagues and change and fun. But I also found that for RS3, a lot of click and wait in RS3. Ah, okay. Whereas, like, yeah, in OSRS, there's a lot of clicking, right? And the chunks are like 64 by 64 squares. Ooh, right. And then I saw like there's a lot of like accounts or like video series. I haven't checked those ones yet, but I'm interested in too. Cause before I don't get the concept of like one chunk. Ah, so basically they have to do like all the quests in that area before they move on to new ones. What if the quest requires them to move to another one? Like, are they just like, do they not do that first, or is that like an exception where they can do specifically that if they have to like leave the area? Ah, okay, they can't continue, so it's just dead for now. It's just dead stop. Interesting. I've never like watched a RuneScape series specifically for three. So I might check out one, or maybe if you can recommend one. That's why when I say RuneQuest, RuneScape, I usually just like remember my in my mind it looks like OSRS. I think thinking back, I think mention, the first memory I have of RuneScape is there was a podcast I was listening to, and it talked about how when Venezuela's economy literally crumbled and their money is almost worthless, a lot of people started playing RuneScape to earn money. That's how I remember it. Where because like you can, how did they do that? Because you can earn bonds, right, or gold. I don't know how it worked, but there was a way for them to earn real money from playing RuneScape, and it allowed some of them to basically survive, like not just like have fun, but actually survive and live. So that was a pretty interesting thing. I suddenly remember that talking about RuneScape. Oh, as are starting soon, in around 3 minutes. So I don't know, like I'll probably just stop yapping for a bit. It's good. I need a break. Like I love doing this, but usually when I'm playing a game, I can like stop a bit from talking because I have to lock in. And technically, it makes more sense to lock in when doing this, but you're not looking at cool graphics or anime girls. You're just looking at somebody's hands. I wonder if since I set the YouTube where you can't listen to anything, it shouldn't flag me for anything anymore. I know like my Twitch is gonna be DMCA as hell. Oh well, or something, or it's muted as hell. Ah, that's fine. Oh, it's good. You need to stop like take. Oh man, there's a list. Hold on. Take notes for YouTube channels. Alien food. Jimmy. Extreme gnome. Import fake crimes. Frank Grimes. That's an awesome name, by the way. You know what? I'm just gonna. I have a sticky note here somewhere. Where's for VTuber stuff? There we go. All right, I got it. I got it. I got it. I will watch them, especially if they're like, if they have like compilations. I love watching them. Oh, Jimmy's the by release guy. I've seen it. I got hit by. I got recommended by it. Ah, okay. Then I'll check that one first, cause I got recommended by that, which is a really cool concept of like, oh, like by order of release. That's a really cool thing. The one I'm trying to watch right now, but trying to like slowly like working through is like there's an account where the person can only level or train anything b- from fighting bosses and doing quests involving fighting the boss and stuff. So it's pretty interesting. By series is a full series video by release. 23 hours and 15. See, I love those videos because I don't like pay attention as hard. Like they are the perfect thing I put on the side while doing something, and then like I listen to them and it's just fascinating. And then when something very like something I hear something that really interests me, that's when I get turn. Jimmy also has a green. Oh, he's also a musician. Sick. Yeah, that's really cool. That's really really cool. Also, the album we're listening is almost over because it's this song. Mm, that is super sick. I'll check Jimmy first then. Like I remember like on a car ride, I was listening to like the Boss Lock or I was watching it and then I fell asleep and then I think I was almost at the end of part one of the compilation, and I don't remember a thing, but I think it was cool. Huh? There you go. Yeah. Where am I? Where am I? Where am I? There you go. Up, 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 Mhm. Mhm. I watched an Oxygen non-included series on my second monitor, and suddenly realized I had not paid attention for 10 episodes. Right? Like there really is suddenly like this thing called like second monitor content where it's interesting enough that you're gonna turn it on and sometimes listen and remember some stuff, but it's not like super. Oh my god, this one is also like running out of battery. Hold on, let me just fast charge one of my earphones. I'm having this problem now because I thought I charged one of my earphones and then I realized I didn't turn on like the I didn't plug it in. I didn't plug the charger. So silly. But yeah, there's like this need or not really need like this demand rather I guess for second monitor content because I guess because people just want more things to grab their attention or even not that they're interesting enough that you're there and sometimes you'll pay attention but they're not super interesting that you'll drop everything. And truth be told like that is kind of like the thing that was like the end goal, one of the end goals for my project here as like a creator on Twitch and YouTube. But I really don't know what how to do it. But you know, want to get there. Because I think that kind of like being second monitor is actually pretty cool. I find it neat because you're just like there, right? Also, you get ads. You potentially just get ads and watch time and such stuff. It's equivalent of me like before, like just throwing up like Bob Ross. You're my second monitor. Hell yeah! Oh, okay, but hell yeah, I'm honored to be the second one. Not today, but that's just because I haven't bothered to fire up a game. Or cap 3 monitors could be worse. Actually, I haven't set it up, but I do have 2 monitors. But I'm one monitor Andy right now, so I kind of have to juggle everything in monitor using windowed mode by windowing things. But hopefully, once I get the time to fix like my desk, finally put uh, the monitor on the side. Main main content. Oh, Discord. Wow, that's pretty cool though. Like an entire monitor for Discord. I don't know what I'm gonna do with a third monitor. I usually already have an idea for like 2 monitors, like main work and then side stuff. I guess if you're streaming, having a third one is pretty great, right? I see a lot of getting arms for monitors pretty neat. Oh, look into that. I see a lot of streamers buy like a vertical one. The one that's like in portrait mode, and they use that for like chat and stuff. That's like an interesting thing. hmm I'm glad I can like switch headphones without like messing up the stream though. So I might switch headphones again. Where am I supposed to be holding this? And this one. There we go. Side monitor is 1080p, but middle monitor is good for 140, 1440p. It's one of the same monitors, but it's just XS. I think I'm happy with my. I think this is 1080p, if I remember correctly. I think I'm pretty happy with this. Hold on, let me just play something whatever. So, some whatever thing, whatever song. Sure. I know what this is. I just clicked on the side of YouTube. Yeah, that should work. Having 3 monitors was awesome when I was DMing D&D. Oh, that okay. You know what? If you DM, having 3 monitors is pretty great. Script and notes on one screen, map on the main screen, miscellaneous stuff on the third screen. No, that is incredible. If you use it for DMing or for any tabletop, that is awesome. I actually miss not really. Well, I guess I do. Playing tabletop stuff, but I got too busy. I was part of a Pathfinder campaign. It's pretty cool, but I had to back out because of life stuff. Your first time as a DM, had 2 sessions and plan a third one. Had to fudge in both sessions. Don't worry. I've been DMing uh, D&D and other tabletop RPG games since since for more than since 10 years ago. Okay? And I'll tell you now, like a lot of the roles, because I always roll behind a wall, like or a piece of paper. A lot of the roles I fudge for the sake of like an interesting story, or like when it's the first few sessions, I always fudge it a bit because you want them to gain a sense of power, and then that's when you can start throwing crap at them. Last encounter, then D&D campaign I was a player in, one of the players DM with everything through. Last encounter what we had was a beholder versus 2 level 5 when we won. Whoa, That was really that was really cool though. Dang, what characters did you pick? Did you like sneak attack and Punders mark them for like massive damage? Level 5, so you can even act. One of them can be the fighter. Or like, smite. Did you. DM was frustrated because he wanted us to leave. I mean, to the beholder. Ah, that kind. When barbarian hill. I see. I too am an enjoyer of the barbaric ways. And tank because I was never hit. Whoa. Nice ace. Nice very bad rolls from the DM then. If they can't hit you. But like, I don't mind actually I don't mind DMing murder hobos. Like if people want to murder hobo, then go ahead. I'll let people live out that fantasy. But what I usually ask is you also let me like make sure that there will be some consequences to your actions. Most of those are rules saves in us hitting because you could see it's open info. Yeah. It really was ever in your favor that game. And this headphone is almost dead already. It's so annoying. Had test right at the beginning of the session to see if my players were murder hobos. That's a good way to do it. That's actually a good way to do it. Like put them in. What did you? I'm curious. Like, what did you do to test them if they were like murder hoboing? I'm gonna ship and give 200 gold each start with, and a failed person ask them for 150 gold each. Ooh. Make it clear that there were no one there and they could easily get away that they paid. Wow. Whoa, you got a bunch of like nice folk players. I'm probably just gonna bounce. You know what I mean? Like, I would, what I would, my character would be doing is, I would think it was a scam and try to fight you. The other player played along, the other was the DM in our previous thing. Ah. Sick. Then the DM gave the company as we kept going on the road. Ah. Nah, I feel bad for that DM, but I get it. But also, the thing is, like, hold on, let me just change my headphones again. The thing is, like, it's important that right from the get go, like, the player and the DM are kind of aligned of what kind of story they want to make or what kind of story they want to write. Like if they want something epic, then everybody kind of has to be like, in line with it. Hold on, let me just. Apparently, writing that word makes you a bully, but I allowed it. It was said in 96 the big bad guy was some dude ruling the bottom layer, but I think that rulers only have power is that rulers only have power in their own domain. That is true. We're level 5 or something, and he showed up. We pointed out that he had no powers here. That is also true. That is also true. Calling the big bag. I remember there was one in college, which is like an age ago. There was one guy in a group who wanted to DM, right? By the way, this is important to note. This is in D&D 3.5. I don't know if people in the chat played it, but this is an important thing. So he like prepared and stuff, right? He prepared. Now I didn't play in this. I didn't have the time, but I did hear the story. Like he prepared, like the usual, like very excited, prepared everything, wrote a bunch of notes and lore and such, and then first scene in the game, like they see themselves in like a place, like a trap or something, or they have to go somewhere, and then they see this wall, right? They didn't see this wall, and it's inscribed with a bunch of like magic runes, and then there's this like also riddle and such. The usual, right? You have to solve the riddle. You have to like go through the entire dungeon to figure out the key, the clues to solve the thing. Now, before I continue that, in Dungeons and Dragons 3.5, there was a book supplement, and it was called the Book of Nine Swords. The Tome of Nine Swords? The Book of Nine Swords. Tome of Battle, the Book of Nine Swords. Now, the Book of Nine Swords was essentially the answer to the problem in 3.5, which was that fighters do nothing but do basic attack and have feats, and they're not as flashy as wizards or sorcerers. So they created the Book of Nine Swords, which is basically giving them mystical kung fu powers for various martial classes. One of the moves is called Mountain Hammer. Mountain Hammer deals an incredible amount of damage to objects, so much so that they break. Now, with that in mind, one of the players, which is a really rude guy, they all not really rude, but he's the culprit. We did this. He set it all up. It was all mystical and stuff. And the guy said, "Okay, I cast. I used Mountain Hammer to break the wall." And then he passed. And then the entire wall was broken. And then all that preparation was gone. And I think that was also the last session they had. I think he wasn't even ready to like make something up. I think that was the thing, because you could have made something up. You're the DM. He wasn't even ready to make something up. He would just would have allowed. I would have probably has said that there's something like you'll. I would have allowed the attempt, but it will never pass even on a crit, because I will rule some BS about it. Oh, yeah. Speaking of riddle, I had my party faced with a riddle in one instance. Like, quick, what is the word for half friend in halfling? Is that actually the answer, by the way? Friend in halfling. I did allow the word he made up for it, so the riddle, by the way. No. But it was good enough. But it was good enough. Up. There we go. Hey. I had chat GPT give me the riddle. It was bad and the answer was staircase. But it was so funny. I allowed it. Yeah, that's a fun thing. I think a lot of DMs. I think it's important as a DM or a storyteller or a GM to be a little bit loose. I know like a lot is like me, of course, as well. Like we spend a lot of time like building this world, and we really yearn for people to like interact with the world we made and the things we prepared. But sometimes they're just funnier. Sometimes they just do the dumbest, funniest thing, and you'll be like, I could have never thought of that. You know what? Screw it. You did establish a divine entity watching them. Ah, that's that's actually a cool device to use. And like I think railroading is not as bad as people think, as long as because you can make it not obvious. You can if you're creative enough, you can make them think that they're the ones who are actually making this choice. The illusion of choice, as they as they say. If they go too far, I'll strike them into divine lightning. Okay. Yeah, I think that's always the struggle, right? You as a DM, you write a story, you want to experience it, and then sometimes they have their own definitions. So it's really up to DMs to like find a way to bridge that gap between their like experiences and such to like your goal. Oh man, maybe I don't want to buy a new phone for this. They have already declined two attempts at having them do something I found funny, and while it sucks a bit, it's their game. True, true, true. I remember I had like a I was running like a playtest of Daggerheart, the RPG Critical Role is developing, and like the map I had actually was like it's a very big maze, and they actually just explored like a fifth, I think a fifth or a fourth of the entire thing, but they got to the end already. I'm like, I should have expected this because not every you're not gonna like backtrack and stuff the entire thing. And there were some things that they did that I didn't expect, and it was just cool. So I'm like, sure, whatever. It happened. You can dream sequences are also pretty neat. The I think it's just hard sometimes because it's a very personal thing. So I try not to have like super like only one character gets to play at a time scenes too much. I think that's the trouble with it. If you really want them to experience something intimate on the way back, yeah. Or so what the trick I do is actually if there are elements in like a dungeon or like whatever setting I put that they did not interact or experience, what I simply do is take that thing, let's say like a certain trap or a certain group of enemies that I really like, or a certain mini boss. I take that and then I just put it in the next sequence because they didn't know they didn't fight it. They didn't know they didn't fight it though, so they'll just it saves me the time to think about encounters. They're like, you know what? I'll just reskin you a bit, make you like now in the woods. So I guess you're an elf now or whatever, or like a living tree. Screw it, whatever, an ogre. All right, you'll do. And then that's it. Saves you time. There is something I'm struggling hard with, but managed so far. It's not spoiling the things they miss, so I can use it later. Yeah, 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 yeah. I know that feeling. It's really rough. It's really rough. Like, I wish you know this so I can like, so the reveal will be sick. One player want this. Oh, oh, sorry. I'm not updated with the latest D&D stuff. There's base building now, or is it? It's just part of the game, a part of your game. Is it actual D&D stuff right now? Is that a D&D thing? There's a new handbook and all this year. Really? Oh, I haven't. I haven't really like caught up with D&D. Like the only thing I've been updating myself is mostly Daggerheart because I kind of want to get into that system. I really like that system. Bestiary 2024 is coming. Ooh, interesting. Oh, but I haven't read this one. So the long term is to have the organization they're working on fall apart and have to rebuild it. They're still level 3. Yeah, level 3 is pretty much like, oh, we're just getting started. Or maybe we did a thing already, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, I agree. It's also good because it The early levels are really the best way. It's really the best way to develop rapport between the characters. So if you want them to really get close as a party, like the low level stuff is really the best way because it's not as intense. It's usually just like a bunch of funny things happening. Send them with a 2 session dungeon, looting a pyramid and give them some fun gear. Yeah, that's always nice. I always like g- thinking about the loot they get because it's always things I would love them to use. I'll never like I think there'll be or like I'm thinking like it'll be so good if like the fighter gets this cool gear. And the last thing, like usually the last thing I give a player as a reward is a plus X weapon because I think that is the most boring thing you can give someone. Wow, a sword that deals one more damage. Hooray! Like no, give them like funny things. What was the item that I was having fun with to give? Or maybe I didn't even give those the players in my game before. There was a magic item that I really liked. I think it was like it creates grease or whatever or something. But yeah, like funny things give is much better than like a simple numerical buff. Give it a shield, boomerang shield. Oh man, Captain America. And a movable rod that can be put somewhere. Oh man, I remember when people are trying to be too smart for their own good and reason that if I put the immovable rod and stick it in the earth, then the earth would stop moving, causing everyone to fall off the edge of the earth. Because it's immovable. You can't move it. And people like, get out. And the sun staff for the fire damage lets him reroll damage dice when using fire damage. That's sick. The shield user is Australian. Very very thematic. Very thematic items. Reminds him of home. Immobile does have a limit 8,000 pounds. Oh, I didn't even know that. I'm also giving dried up leeches. Wait, what did they do? What did? Oh, by the way, we're almost like I think this is around half ahead. Yeah, it's around half ahead. We don't do ammo. We just say they have unlimited. Yeah, that's good. I honestly don't think too hard about ammo. I still, if it's special ammo though, I might consider it. But I'm also thinking like, okay, like you can like, they're good for like 2 battles and then they're gone or whatever. If you hit a creature with a range attack roll using this ammunition, the leech springs to Elon, and it's called up. Stop, Twitch. The leech springs to life and sinks its teeth. Oh wait, it's an ammo. The leech is an ammo. Dealing 1d4 piercing. Damage started with the target's turns. I need to fix my. There we go. We might see something that I wouldn't want to see. Oh, that's it, like that. I almost saw my thighs. It was very close. You were that close to seeing, for a real thigh reveal. A leech deals at least 10 damage. Target dies. It falls off. A creature, including the target, can use action to detach the leech. It's a valid ammo for all range weapons. You can stick it in a bow and arrow. Sick. Or in a sling. Hell yeah. I love it when you just do like when you're given silly things as because like you're in a magical land. Why would you just want a slightly stronger weapon? You can buy that stuff. Or you just give it to players when they really need it. Like I even like found things that are cool, like this the a rock. It was a rock that like floats around you and it's light. It also does light. Something as simple as that is pretty fun. There are also like statues that become animals for a bit and then they attack for you. They're like Pokemon essentially. Now that I think about it. Man, my back is gonna kill me for this. I thought about giving the like a funny shield that gives rage resistance, but it's cursed, so range attacks towards anyone within 10 feet is directed at the cursed person. You can, if that is actually in the book, you can tweak it in such a way that now I can just do it. I was thinking if you can put charge, if you should put charge set. Nah, just do it. Just give it to him. Like, make it like a holy thing so that only the cleric wants to get it. Can I post links? Uh, Here's what I'll do. You can post it and then I'll probably have to like manually allow it. I'll double check how it does later. Actually, don't need it. Oh, okay. I'll copy the text. Sure, I'll allow it. If it tries to get auto modded, don't worry about it. While holding the shield, you have resistance to damage from attacks made with ranged weapons. Shield is cursed. Attuning to it curses you until the target by remove curse. Removing the shield fails to end the curse on you whenever they attack. Targets a creature within 10 feet, you are the target instead. You know, if I am like a barbarian or like a fighter or like a paladin or like a beefy, tanky character, I'll take it. Ah, it doesn't surprise your enemy. Oh, actually, that becomes awesome. It actually becomes great. I actually dig it. I actually dig it. If that one I didn't. It's been a while since I tried to like be like something with rules. I mean, the other player is a wizard, but you know, you could also make a situation where they get stuck in a small room. And then like, uh-oh. I guess I have to cast this fireball. Like, no, wait, no. You did put them at deadly difficult fight at level 2? Or like, oh, how deadly is the deadly difficult fight? It's like a bunch of elites or like a boss and some mooks. Why is the yard here? What the hell? Versus a level 3 wizard. Oh, based on XP. Okay, but you added an NPC. Ooh, cool. I used to encounter people. Yeah. It is nice, like having those kinds of things now. Whereas before we have to, you know, do some maths on papers just to balance things out. And even then, like we have to vibe it out that this feels too strong or this feels too weak. I'm like, frig, screw it. Having someone that I control using same logic as enemies was fun and absolutely necessary. They barely won that fight. But you know what? If they had fun, that's all that mattered, right? If they enjoyed it and then they like really felt the dub, and that to me is the best feeling. It's the best feeling when they talk to you about like how they did it, even though you're the one in that, you're the one also in that game, like directing the game, and like that's such a great feeling when they do that, those kinds of stuff. Um, there you go. All right, it's a lot of progress for like yapping. This also, by the way, the similar method of making a scarf. So if you can make this a bit thicker, and then just make the yarn all the way super long, then you're essentially gonna be making a scarf like this. I think I'm gonna do one more row, and then I'm just gonna yap for like a few more minutes, and then call it a stream. Pretty productive though. Very happy for it. So this. The Beholder we fought has a CR. Yep, of 13. I think that means even fight if you're level 13. Two level 5s. I don't know how you guys survived that one. That's kind of incredible. Either like, nah, that's just like straight up incredible. Also, I also feel bad for the DM at that point because like that was a beholder. Usually throw beholders like like it's a threat because it's a beholder. It's an iconic thing. Ah, you did turn into a statue, but you got the window. Yeah. A win is a win is a win. And also, that could be like, if that game ever continued again, that could be the continuation of the game. Like, oh, we need to like help this guy now because he's now a rock. Let's save him before he gets like sold to somebody. The last pet ray hit. It's always the last. It's always another one. And I failed both saves. It was already done. Oh man, one of those like movies like we finally did it, guys. We saved them. And then he gets shanked by the last survivor of the enemy. That is essentially what happened. That was the second time your character was killed. Aren't you like level 5? Dang. Already 2 deaths. Oh, a deck. Why would they give you a deck of many cards, a deck of many things? Why would they give you that deck at like such a low level? That's kind of nuts. Pretty funny. That's pretty funny though if they get a deck. Yes, it's such a sound in a distant place, like Grog in Critical Role. But yeah, that's kind of nuts though, because that deck is like one of the most powerful things. You retcon that one. Okay. Yeah. I mean, you don't just give away that deck willy-nilly, especially for low-level characters, especially for murder hobos. You try to make your characters awkward. I guess trying to like introduce. Okay, so the characters were really close. Yeah, that's rough. Really close friends. Yeah, that's rough. Especially if you already have a set story for it. Come on, man. Get in there. There we go. Yeah. Almost done with this one. I think we're almost done for. Not bad. I'm really happy that I progressed a lot. I thought that with this janky setup, I would barely make anything. But I'll probably just barely make it for when meeting the family this weekend. So I have to do like this and one more, I think. There you go. The other player had a loyalty skill. They added that they roll when they met someone. And we decide how they like them. They all knock 20 on the character. Oh, okay. And they're like super friends now. Hooray! So this is like a stitch marker. Basically just saves where you are. It also is used so that you can remove the hook. And then the loop is not going to be broken. There we go. Oh, man. That was a almost 3 hours stuff. They're rolling at 20, even if after I turn it to pace while going berserk for my berserker great axe. Why do you guys have so many like incredible no complaints though, it's pretty fun. So many incredible items already. So early on. Like the deck was already like pretty nuts. Not gonna lie about that. Being forced to attack everyone's fun but difficult. Yeah. Like going like super edgy like that or super like wow like that is fun. But eventually you do just want to play the game. That's the thing. Those are stuff we have been given have backfired. Ah, so sorry for the DM. Hold on, let's get some water. I think my lips are very dry. I have to like drink a lot more water than I thought I'd, or I haven't been drinking as much water as I thought. Whew, man. Ah, I think like 2 hours or so. We should be done here. Let me just like put it around my head. Let's see how far I need to go. Yeah, this is pretty much like halfway to it. This is pretty much halfway to it, so not bad, not bad. Super OP deck requires kill my character, Berserker cracks Cosmic Shield my partner, they get slashing scimitar that lets them chop up a live on crits. They haven't crit with it once. I think the most OP we got is the strength gloves that sets your strength to 18. Uh like they kinda like the Titan knuckles. How do I have tomorrow? Probably just gonna finish it off stream. Although, here's the problem. Like, the game I'm planning to play Fly Night. I thought it would be out the time I would plan to stream, but I checked and it's gonna be like 2 to 3 hours after I start Fly Night. I'm gonna type it out here. Fly Night. There we go. Yeah, that's why we got into the RuneScape talk. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But it's gonna be out like 2 or so hours after I start streaming. There is a game I have been playing that I think of streaming. It's called Tyrant's Realm, and I dig it. And this was the other game that I've been thinking of playing. Tyrant's Realm. Been playing. It's essentially like Dead Cells, but with like Dark Souls 1 combat, which I dig it because it is essentially like a PS1 game. It has the vibes of PS1 game from its visuals to its like simplicity, the UI even like the controls are very snappy. That's why I really dig it. I guess more of the roguelike Dark Souls essentially. The combat is slow and deliberate, which I like because that is what I started to not like with like Elden Ring. Like I love Elden Ring, but it just becomes like a dodge fest or something. That's why I was really so I might stream that. Um, what else? And then probably go back to Pokemon like I don't know in a few weeks or so. Like do the actual Nuzlocke challenge. But yeah, this one I'll probably finish tomorrow. And then I have another one to make. I have one more to make. That one probably gonna be an all nighter or something. I don't know. I have thought about it. I haven't even asked like one time we're gonna be there. But yeah. Very nice. Made a lot of progress. Very happy I made this a thing. It might be even more of a thing eventually. I just need to set it up that my back isn't compromised so much because I am mid 30s. Yeah, it was nice. So thank you very much. I'm glad you enjoyed it. There's another type of thing that isn't video games that I plan to do, but that one, we'll see. I'd rather just try it out. Turn 38 this summer. Yeah, I'm also in my mid 30s, so yeah. So I might as well try it out probably next week. I'm gonna try out the other idea I've been having. I think it's fun. It's fun to not just play video games, even though I love video games, and that's why I'm streaming. Just video games. My friend said like you should do like a cooking stream and like maybe if I have a camera, but even then, uh, I don't know. Maybe that's a bit too much. But like making stuff and like what do you call this? Uh, yeah, doing the things like this is pretty fun. It's weird looking at my own hands from the monitor. I know I'm moving them like this. it's, it's like a baby sees a camera for the first time. Wow. Wow. Well, in any case, yeah, that is going to be it. Have fingers. Ah! Tomorrow, yeah, I think also for the schedule, I like my 9:30 p.m. start. I don't know what time is it over there in your area, but basically the 3 hours ago. 3 hours ago, whatever time it is, 3 hours ago, that is like my plan, like the new start of my stream. 2:30. Seems like a nice time. I can't go any later because I do plan to like sleep and stuff eventually. But I feel it feels pretty good. I also am rested enough because usually before when it was hold on, do some quick math. 8 p.m. my time, so for you it would be like 1 p.m. your time. Uh, it was kind of tight because like I had to like or we have to like prepare or like eat dinner and then I have to like, immediately like set up the stream. Now I have like a little bit more free time stuff. You probably have a kiddo tomorrow though, so you'll see you show up. No problem, no problem. Don't worry. I'll just be here standing in front of my desk. Just doing my best as always. That is what I do. I am happy that I was able to stream to only miss like a day, right? Yeah, I only missed a day today. Let me check my content. Uh Also, my thumbnail for the YouTube stream is incorrect. Anyway, I'll just save it like that. There you go. Yeah, because it's 27 today. Yeah, alright. Sick. Sick, sick, sick. I should start dinner. Yeah, let's start with the rice. I still miss it, right? Yeah, best practice. Just like pour some water, like rinse, like basically just pour some water, just like swish, rinse it, just like swish it out like this. I don't need to soak it. It'll be better if you soak it, but okay, this is coming from someone who from like a guy from a country who like has needs rice to live. Not everybody actually soaks it. Like maybe like a minute or something, but usually like what we do is put the water in and then just like swirl it around a bit, just rinse it, just get all the like the dirt and crap out, and then just pour that water out, and then just put the right amount of water there. If there's an instruction there, then I suggest you follow the instruction. If not, for the glutinous ones, it should be a little bit more. Wait, hold on. Let me double check. You know what? Oh, okay. No, glutinous rice is basically the sticky rice, right? No, this is our rice. They're called glutinous rice. Our rice. Oh, alright. Well, I didn't know it was called sticky rice in other countries. Cause the sticky rice I know is like almost dessert like it was. When I hear sticky rice, I think of um the really sweet one, the one you should use for dessert. So now check it out. So sticky rice, sour rice. Basically a good rule of thumb would be like twice the so twice the amount of so like say let's put it this way. Uh no, it's okay. Serving it with Thai curry is pretty okay. Uh yeah, it's pretty okay. I think it's even closer since it's if that is the Southeast Asian one. One part rice, two parts rice, it was terribly overcooked. One part rice, two parts water. Yeah, so what you do is one part rice, one part water, or yeah, or one part rice, three part rice. I suggest you do 1 to 1. You don't need salt, but if you want to, go ahead. Just do like 1 to 1. It's a rice cooker, right? It's like a plain rice cooker where you just put the rice in the water and just press the button, and then just wait, right? 'Cause I don't know, maybe there's another kind, so I just need to double sure. Okay, the easy one. Yeah. Okay, then just do that 1 to 1. Put some salt if you want. Just slam it in, press it. It should be good. Also, like when it's done, so this is important. When it's done, right? Like it's set to warm. So I'm guessing it's like cook and then warm, right? When it sets to warm, uh, okay, sure. Don't eat it immediately. Like, let it sit once it's done, because it's technically still cooking. So when it's done, it's like, oh, it's give it like what 5 to 10 minutes. You can open the lid for a bit just to let some steam out, and then just close it and just let it like sit for a bit, just so like the heat it just sits there, because when it's if it just got cooked and then you eat it, it's still kind of wet, right? It's still kind of wet usually. So you just let the steam and the whole thing just like cook itself and settle. It's like a cake or a cookie. You know what's better like a cookie or like a steak? You just like let it sit for a bit once you're done. So yeah, after once it's done cooking, just like let it sit for a bit, 5 10 minutes or whatever. Just do something else, or prepare your tables or whatever, or like garnish your curry or whatever, and then yeah, and then do that. 1 to 1, right? Hold on, let me just. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. 1 to 1 is a bit better than 1 to 3/4. The very least, because there's multiple types of like jasmine rice and stuff, or like multiple rice of like rice. Hold on, I'll double checking glutinous rice. Hmm. No, wait. Hold on. It keeps saying it's like the one in the but I really think this is the sweet one. I think this is the sweet rice. So if this is the sweet rice, then I suggest you just pick the basmati rice. Because if this is the one that I think it is, then this is dessert rice. It's a weird sentence to say if you don't know what I mean, or if you don't live in a place with rice. But you might have just bought dessert rice if it's actually glutinous rice. Oh, what's up, Jude? We're just cooling down. And look at my hands. Ooh, fancy hands. Look at this. I like the gritty. Yeah, you know what? It might be the sweet rice. So just go for the basmati rice if that's the case. Cause it's like in the Philippines, it's the malagkit. Yeah, this is dessert rice. You make this to make rice cakes. I'm double checking it again. Cause it initially looks like the rice, like the jasmine rice that you said. Cause you when you said jasmine rice, no wait, jasmine rice is the type of rice that we eat. Like okay, it's the sticky rice. Yeah. Uh, look for like recipes that use sticky rice, and you'll notice that a lot of them are like cake like, very cake like dishes, and they're ah yeah, okay, I did a double take. Yeah, this might be the sticky one. So I'm looking at it, like how it's used. Yeah, it's mallet kit. You use this for desserts or like snacks. So if you notice like there's a lot of glutinous rice dishes, these are usually for snacks, for because this heavy. It's a very the thing with glutinous rice is it is heavy. Like you see like the ball, glutinous rice ball. If this was like bread, it'll taste like it'll be nothing. It's a piece of bread. But if that size you eat this glutinous rice, you're pretty much done. You're pretty much full. You're pretty much full with that. But yeah, there we go. Yeah, pretty much. Usually also glutinous rice. Uh, I don't remember if like how much water do you really need. Let's double check here. I'll have like a bibinka. Like, bibinka is like a sticky rice that uses like coconut milk and brown sugar. No, this is pretty much you just it was just replaced with coconut milk. Yeah. By the way, that also means that you for glutinous rice, you actually don't use the rice cooker. It is probably more likely to that you use like a pan or like an oven or things like that. Uh, rice cookers like are for like r- rice cookers are usually for rice that are paired with like a meal or like a food, a meat. It's for like like basmati rice, jasmine rice, etc., etc. Fried galapong. What's fried galapong? Wait, ano? Sorry, I suddenly went Tagalog for a bit. Fried galapong. Ah, this one. Okay, bibingkang galapong. It's the same. It's the same fucking thing. Whoa! I cursed. Sorry. when I st- when I went when I start transitioning back to Filipino, I get like yeah. This is what I mean. Like it's more. This is more cake, not cake. Like it's like a dry ricey cake. Buchi. Oh, I love that. It is a glutinous rice. It has usually ube. Is there like a translation to ube? Anyway, we ube, red beans or stuff, and then on the outside is coated in like sesame seeds. It's really nice. It's a fun food, and it's pretty heavy. Like usually eating one or two of these as like a snack, as with like coffee or whatever or tea or whatever is pretty much enough. But yeah, glad that I double checked it. Don't that is not for the rice cooker basically. So if you're going to make dinner, use the basmati rice. That is way better, and it's hard to teach you how to use the glutinous rice online. That would be a weird dinner. That would be yes, that would definitely be a weird dinner. This is the basmati rice much better than like a glutinous, because that is like dessert rice essentially. It's like gave them like a brownie. Yeah. So now you know, like I think it is much better. You're more likely to use pans, cooking over a stove and stuff. That's how that rice is like usually cooked. But yeah, I think that will be it. Pinako food. That's hold on. One last thing. Okay, I'll check this one last thing, and then I have to like start bouncing. Man, this is like regional AF. Ah, okay, I know this one. It's fried. Mmm, yum. Also, good use of coconuts and sugar. Yep. Yeah, it's fried dough essentially. Sapin-sapin is also pretty good. Dang. Okay. Oh, then the glutinous is perfect because glutinous rice. This is the last thing. This is the last thing. Glutinous rice is perfect for things where you put like coconut or you cook it with coconut milk or coconut flavored things, or it's coconut with sugar and stuff. Very good. We can talk about glutinous rice tomorrow. For now though, I have to bounce because it's late and I have to get ready for bed and also do one little thing for work. But until then, uh, thank you everyone for watching. Thank you for watching me crochet this. Yay! And I'll see you tomorrow for maybe a game, maybe I'll crochet. I don't know more. I'll just be here. All right. So until then, take care. Be kind to each other, and I'll see you later, everybody. Bye.